you are also, Warmaster Kel'Kavin pointed out. The highest-ranking Warmaster in Kel'Kavin, Senior Warmaster Zel'Andral. By tradition, you are now the Warmaster of the Academy, he continued as he stood. And this chair is yours. No, sirs, Stavin replied, his voice soft with shock as he looked at the elders one by one. No, I can't be the Warmaster. He took a step backwards, away from the elders' table as he shook his head. I can't. Warmaster Kel'Kavin walked around the table and stopped when he reached his son-in-law. He looked down into Stavin's face and sighed. He looked so terribly young. It is our tradition, he said softly, that the highest-ranking warrior leads the academy, Stavin. But I can't teach them, Stavin said as he looked up into Charvil's face. I don't know enough. The pleading in Stavin's tone was just barely noticeable, but Charvil knew him far better than any of the other elders. He looked down into Stavin's face for a moment longer, then turned to face the council. He has a point. He's also going to be out of the valley a lot. Chief Elder Kel'Kavin looked at the other elders silently for a moment, then bowed his head in resignation. I place before the council a proposal to exclude Senior Warmaster Zel'Andral from leadership of the academy. While his rank is sufficient, he is correct that he lacks the experience to properly teach our young men. And, as Warmaster Kel'Kavin has pointed out, Prince Stavin is going to be out of the valley for much of the summer. Is there any opposition? When no one spoke, he continued. Very well, Prince Stavin. Warmaster Kel'Kavin will retain control of the academy. Stavin breathed a sigh of relief and said, Thank you. Now I can get back to the archive. Chief Elder Kel'Kavin shook his head and said, We cannot allow that either, Prince Stavin. Stavin stared at him in stunned disbelief and whispered, But I wanted to be the Master Scribe. It's all I've spent the last 8 years dreaming of. Master Scribe Kel'Kavin was also in the room, and he shook his head slowly as he stepped forward. While it is appropriate for a prince to be a scholar, it is not appropriate for one to be a scribe. You, Prince Stavin, are going to have more important uses for your time. As Stavin faced his craftmaster, a feeling of devastation swept through him. He asked, Then what am I to do with myself? In a soft, pleading tone. That, Chief Elder Kel'Kavin said as he looked around the room, is going to take some discussion. Something appropriate must be found. We would also like you and your family to move into the royal suite. That places you in the most protected position in Cavinston. Stavin spoke in a stunned whisper as he asked, You want me to give up my house, too? Sharindis screamed, You want me to give up my house? At her father when he and Stavin went to tell her what the Elders' Council had decided. Daddy, no, no! You know how much it means to me to have my own home. You know! Tears were streaming down her face as she stared at the shadow of her father. You know! Charvil sat beside her and put an arm around her shoulders and sighed. I know, baby girl, I know. But you are a princess of Evandia now. While the annexation of the rest of Farindia hasn't been decided, Kel'Kavin is now Evandian territory. It is not appropriate for you to live in a little house on the edge of town. The royal suite is yours by right. Sharindis looked around, unable to see her house, but loving it nonetheless. This is my house, Daddy, my home. This is where I want to live. Stavin sat in a chair facing his wife and her father, and leaned forward as he spoke. I did my best, Shari, but the elders are being stubborn. He looked at his father-in-law, but Stavin's expression held...